Evening, good night, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be in the world. Thank you for joining me for another edition of the Truth Conductor Show. Um, man, this here is a topic that I think really needs to be discussed in the black community, and that is why is going to jail street cred? Thank you, Bernie. Yes, sir. I learned something. I, man, let me take you have to take your hat off to creators, man, that are putting shows together to get to the people. And, I don't know how much time it takes Everett to put his show together, but it's time consuming because he uses a lot of information as well as speaking from within. And when you're trying to create a flow, man, you got to put that information together. You got to put that didn't get there by itself. You see, and I take my hat off, man. I personally, I don't have the patience for that. That's that's not my league. I can't. I'm not that computer savvy. It does, man. It does. People don't realize. And on top of the fact, see, like me, I got a uniform, so my stuff is consistent. But with him, he got a wardrobe. All right, so and here's another thing I noticed about Everett. His surroundings are always neutral. Okay, Everett, man, I'm just. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I've been here. I'm talking about it, man. What I noticed is his 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 background. All right. Thank you, man. Listen, his background is always neutral. Ain't nothing explosive. Ain't nothing that stands out. It's always some very toned, neutral colors. Man, y'all need to. I'm telling y'all, man. Now, seriously, what he's putting out ain't easy. Let me say that again. What he putting out ain't easy. And personally, see, I don't have the patience to sit down and do all that stuff. Man, I can't do that. Man, my hat's off to you, brother, because I ain't got the patience for that. It ain't no sense of me fooling myself. I ain't got the savvy with the computer, and I ain't got the patience, and that's time consuming. Don't y'all think for 1 minute, man, when you come here and, there's some people like me that can get on here and wing it, for however long we got to. But then there's some other people, man, when you're going to sit down and make a presentation, that takes time. You got to organize that material. You got to get a flow to that material. You see, and let me show you. See, now, doing that might not get the recognition. When you can sit down and organize your stuff and present your stuff and be professional about your stuff, might not get the recognition as going in the system. For some reason, in our community, you get street cred from going to jail. Man, Trump is to a lot of these young black kids right now, man, Trump is a hero. Because he been to jail. That's something they can identify with. That's something they can relate to. They can relate to. He can't relate to them because he was in and out of there in 20 minutes. Oh, Bernie, man, thank you, brother. Thank you, Bernie. Thank you. Seriously. See, so and this is something that we gonna have to examine, man. Okay. Thank you, man. Thank you, Bernie. Thank you. Listen, this is something that what's going on, Tanya? We gonna have to address as a community. Why is it? And see, and because of lack of knowledge, a lot of our young people don't know that the only place slavery is still legal in America is in the penitentiary system. That's where slavery is still legal. And these young boys gotta go to jail to be a slave to come out with some street cred. They ain't gonna get no street cred for being a good father, for being a creator, for creating jobs, for opening up business. They ain't gonna get no street cred for that. But they'll get some street cred for going to jail. Okay? You'll have women throwing their panties at these dudes that's been to jail before they will a hard-working man that's out here doing the right thing. See, he ain't gonna get the chances. And if you look at our society, right now, our society is geared toward the people that don't want to do shit. That's where all the resources going. They look at the people that's doing what, like, that's what you're supposed to do. Ain't no motivation for them. You see, they're not using the people doing the right thing to motivate the ones that, if you show how doing the right thing can be profitable, that has some benefits to it, man, these young kids will jump all over that. Because that's what they see. But the only thing they see working is wrong. And this is the problem. That's why you got so many carjackings. That's why you got these gangs bum rushing in these stores, stealing. Because that's what they see working. And see, and here's another thing. See, and the question got to be asked, when you have these crowds that's especially running to all these stores, where's that merchandise going? And see, and this is a reality. In all communities, there's always an underground economy. Let me say that again. See, in all races, all people, there's always an underground economy. What is that? That's where the hot, stolen merchandise is exchanged. That's the underground economy. Everything in the underground economy is probably illegal, off the books. Okay? And a lot of people are doing things off the books. That's how they survive it. You might not know it, but it's a whole lot of people got some stuff going on off the books, man, that they making some extra cash. And see, and unfortunately, some of them start bragging about it and mess it up, about what they doing. And then other people start joining in and try to do the same thing. Man, that's like I told you, if right now, if somebody would come and say, True Conductor, we want to sponsor. Stop hating each other because you disagree. Man, do you know how many people will start now getting positive messages to see if they can pick up a sponsor? You know how many people will try to emulate that because now they see something working, and you'll start seeing people with signs on television because they see it working. See, we don't show good working. We only show bad being successful. Okay? But when we start showing good being successful, see, now you ain't got to go to jail to get some street cred because you can get it from your creativity. See, you can get that respect. Right now, man, you know, you got kids in school that are bullied because they trying to get an education. They accused of trying to be white because they trying to get an education. You have young kids committing suicide because they can't stand the bullying they get from trying to get education. And education was the one thing, man, we cherished above all because it was against the law for us to get an education. So we valued that. And now in education, it's obsolete. Education is obsolete. You can get out here, a young girl can be a high school dropout, get on OnlyFans, bust it open, and make more money than a woman with a PhD. That's just how social media is. Why you think all of them get out here? Listen. Y'all don't understand how to not get caught. A lot of this stuff that they putting out on the internet now is staged. How do you know it's staged? Because it's got different angles to it. How'd you get that if it ain't staged? When you start showing these different angles, they're staged. And they make it look real, but it's staged. And see, and like a lot of these young kids, like my children's generation out of the 80s, see, they was raised on lies. MTV was nothing but a lie. MTV was nothing but a lie. And people thought that was real. They showing you one thing and doing something. I just talked about that in Proverbs this morning. About how people will say one thing and mean something else. See, and we gotta, and I think this is one of the issues that, especially in the black community that we have, our priorities are mixed up. Our priorities are mixed up. This is why I keep telling white America, man, y'all missing one of the greatest wealth transfers in the world by not giving this group of black folk reparations. Because if you gave this group reparations, they give it right back to you and get in debt. See, and speaking of reparations, let me show you something. If the federal government was smart, reparations is trillions of dollars. Trillions of dollars. The federal government had to come up with. But if they turn around and say, black folk, you ain't got to pay no more federal income tax. Okay? And because most of us are below poverty anyway. Most of us are either below the poverty line or right at it. So it ain't like you're gonna be missing a whole lot. So if they told black folk you ain't got to pay no more federal income taxes, look how much money the federal government would save. Look how much money they would save, man. Look how much money they would save. And the way we killing each other off, oh hell yeah. Look how much money you gonna save. See, so all them people that's talking about, no man, give me no federal income taxes. I'll make up. I can if I had that, I'll make up for the rest. I ain't got to pay no federal income. Oh, I can make up for the rest. See that lump sum of money that you giving me, I'll make up for that. Cause I can really put the grinder, put my head to the grind and something. No, and not pay no federal income. Shoot, man, what you talking about? What you talking about? And if they're gonna give out a lump sum of money, what they should do is give it to families and let families divide. Let them fight over the money. See, let them fight instead of you trying to figure out. That's why the government ain't giving us rubber, because they can't figure out how to pay people. Give it to families, man, and let them divide it up. It's just that simple. And the more they got, the less they get. That's just that simple. You know, the more you got, the less you get. And that's how you do that. And don't worry about it. But I would go the route of no federal income taxes, man, for black folk. And I'm 70 years old. So imagine now in all of my good years are in front of me. Oh, I had to just catch myself. Damn, I almost cursed myself. Man, all my good years are in front of me. At 70, all my good years are in front of me. They ain't behind me. My good years in front of me. I just had to catch that. I just had to catch that because I almost said, yeah, all my good years are in front of me. Yes, they are. My good years are in front of me. So I ain't gonna even stress with that. All right, but it's sad that you know we got to get in the criminal justice system in order for to be accepted in our community. They had a march on Washington today, the 60th anniversary. Man, I ain't going down there fooling around with them fools, because y'all ain't sincere. Y'all been having stuff all weekend. Well, at least I did get two people to book a tour that's in town for that. But the majority of them people that come in town, they ain't searching out no black businesses to support. They come in here living up partying and screwing around with each other. That's what they coming up in here for. They ain't coming up to make a difference, to be uplifting. They ain't trying to do that. See, so and I'm gonna tell y'all something. See, a lot of people act like God can't turn the hearts of people against Trump. See, people acting like God can't turn the hearts of people against Trump. And God can. As popular as he might be right now, God can turn the hearts of people, some of his fervent supporters, against him. Because it's God who controls the hearts of people. It's God, good and bad. It's God who controls the hearts of people. And you got a lot of these rappers running around talking about, he's a hero and he's this and he's that. That might be short lived. And see, and now everybody know, man, the Trump bandwagon is a money train. Everybody know that. That Trump bandwagon, man, is a money train all day long. And you're going to have people trying to get the money. That's what they out there for, trying to get that money. And they'll say and do anything just to get that money, man. Because people are paying because they want to keep hearing that. And see, that's how evil has really outsmarted good because evil keeps paying to hear its message. Good won't pay. Good think its message should be shared for nothing. But evil is like, no, let me keep paying. And I'll keep my message and I'll keep good scared of each other. Because they scared to help each other. And it's a sad day, man, when good people are afraid to help other good people. All right? That's it for me, man. All right, thank you. Everett, Bernie, man, thank you, brother, so very much, man. If there's not a time that you all haven't sent me money when I need. And, I'm just trusting and believing God, man. That's all I'm doing. Trusting and believing God. All right? See y'all later.